Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Laura Wilke with Down Home with Lemon Pie, and this is the end of April. We're almost to May, so this is our April homeschool update. Hey guys, real quick, I want to tell you about my new curriculum. It's Heroes a Character, and it is a character-based curriculum that you can use during morning time, tea time, or bedtime. It seamlessly blends science, nature studies, heroes, history, and character traits and skills that you want your kids to learn. So if you haven't had a chance to check it out, head over to my website. It's downhomewithlemonpie.com and check it out for yourself. Okay guys, thanks for joining me. If you don't already know, you're brand new to my channel maybe, welcome. I'm so excited that you are here. Please subscribe and also hit the notification bell so that you can continue to receive updates when I upload new videos. We are in the final, coming up to the final month of our homeschool school year. It is so exciting. We have been doing My Father's World, Exploring Countries and Cultures. We started way back at the beginning of the school year, back in July actually, and we are now at the very end of April. We have just about 2 weeks left and we will be completely done. So I am so excited about that. To kind of give you an update about how April went, we finished up all of the lessons that we had planned, like for the Asian countries. We had China and we had Japan, we had India, all of those. We finished all of those previously, and then the next thing was Russia. And I didn't have a read aloud available for Russia. So I had a couple books that I kind of talked about in my March update video that I was thinking about using. So I'm going to show you which ones we did. I did start off with this one. It was a super fast read. I am pretty sure, I can't remember exactly, but I'm pretty sure I read the whole thing in like one evening to the kids before bed. And it was Amanda Musselman. I got this from Rod & Staff this year. I hadn't planned to get it before, but since a lot of this curriculum studies missionaries, and this is about a missionary, I wanted to grab it. This actually takes place in Philadelphia, but I loved the way the pictures were. It's like a longer picture book basically. So I was excited to do this. I knew it would fit for all of the ages of my kiddos, so we did do this and they enjoyed it. But then I didn't have a read aloud for Russia, and we really kind of hit a slump in Russia. We have already, for the past couple countries, been in a slump, I guess. We haven't been doing a lot of the things that are part of the curriculum that we were really excited about in the beginning. Like, we kind of got lazy with some of the meals. I was making special meals for each country as we would celebrate, like when we would finish learning about them. And not just myself, but even the kids, we were all just kind of done with it. And so we kind of had stopped that. We've kind of stopped, we've completely stopped all of the crafts that came along. There's the craft book that they suggest that you use along with this curriculum. And in the beginning, we were really excited about it, like I said, but then I started noticing it, particularly around Africa, that I was having a harder time picking out crafts that weren't, I don't really know how to phrase it, but that weren't basically putting us in their culture, if that makes sense. I want us to learn about their culture, but I don't want us to be a part of their culture. I don't want to put that on us. So it's kind of hard to explain. I hope you understand what I'm talking about. But basically, things that were related, for example, to ways that they worship other gods. For example, like in Africa, when they would make masks to wear to worship their gods, that was a craft, and I didn't want to do a craft that was something that they'd use in their culture that we would not want to use. So if that makes sense. So anyways, around Africa, we kind of stopped doing many of the crafts, and My Father's World actually recommends that too. Not to stop the crafts, but not to do it has certain ones that it tells you, like, don't do this one because it's not really It's not really one that's going to be a good one for you. And I love that they give you those recommendations. So utilizing those recommendations, we kind of stopped most of the crafts. We've still been working on our origami here and there. The kids will pull it out like when I'm doing reading, but that's kind of it. So anyway, our days kind of became a little bit of a slump. We did add in more videos from YouTube. I was so disappointed when I saw on YouTube that the Are We There Yet videos have completely changed, but you can find them, guys. They are still there. They just have a new name. So that's frustrating. I think it's called Time Travel Kids. I'll link it below so you can find these videos because it was so frustrating. But I have a ton of playlists that I had already created with the Are We There Yet videos, and now they are all deleted, and that is so frustrating. But you can still find them. Like I said, you just have to search for them a little bit differently. And so I guess that and the craft thing and the food, all of it together just kind of put a big slump on us. And not to mention we had beautiful weather. So instead of like snow days in homeschool, we take beautiful weather days. So we were super excited about the weather. So we were outside more. And anyway, we do 6 weeks of school and then 1 week off. And what we did was we actually took our Sabbath week off a week early because it really wasn't going to matter because we're already a couple weeks ahead for homeschool for when we wanted to end. And so we took our homeschool week or our week off a week early. So that was part of our April, was our Sabbath week. That was super fun. We didn't get to do as many things as I wanted. I wanted to do a different park every day, and we did not do that. I always do this. I always overplan, and we didn't do that. We mostly just kind of took time to get small jobs done around the house that had kind of gotten neglected and that kind of stuff. Anyways, then we started back 2 weeks ago with Russia. And like I said in the beginning of this whole spiel, I didn't have a read aloud. So I did have this one though that I had purchased. It's about India actually, and I am loving this. I wasn't sure if I was going to love this book or not. And this is the Trailblazer books. You can see it at the top there. And then they have different ones for different missionaries. So this one's called The Hidden Jewel, but the missionary is Amy Carmichael. I did not think this was going to be so awesome, actually. I thought it was going to be more of a biography, and it is totally not that. Amy Carmichael is in this story, but she's not even the main character. This boy is actually, and this girl, and it is so good. It is so good. It's done in a great way. It's done in a narrative manner. So fascinating. So I think this is going to be another book that I'm going to have to collect, like the whole series or something, because they are so good. And what I like about it also is it even had pictures throughout. So I liked that because it wasn't as intimidating, and plus things that are in other cultures, we could actually see what they were talking about. So I loved this, the Trailblazer books. We read this. It took me a little longer to get through this than I had anticipated. So yeah, but we did that during Russia. We also didn't do a whole lot of stuff during Russia because in the beginning of this school year, we had a subscription box to Universal Yums that came from Russia. And at the time that we got that box, I didn't realize, or I had forgotten or something, that we had Russia coming up in our curriculum. So at the time, I did a whole unit study real quick on Russia already. So by the time we got to Russia, the kids were like, we already know all this, we've done this. And I was going, oh my gosh, you're right. So we kind of just breezed through Russia really quickly. We did rent the movie Anastasia. We all sat down to watch it. My two little guys ran off about 20 minutes into it and they were bored. And it was just my girls that watched it, which was fine. But it wasn't as great as I had expected. The reviews were a lot better than what I thought the movie was. So that was kind of surprising. But anyway, then we started Australia. And we are so fortunate because we actually have some very, very good friends of ours. and they have lived in Australia. One of them actually grew up there. So we have been able to get some awesome ideas for Australia. And we're actually in the second week of Australia already. And I have not been able to utilize most of this because they've told me about all kinds of snacks that we could go get. And I need to go get them. They gave me recipes for meals and I need to go and get all that pulled together, and I have not done that. Keep an eye out on my Instagram if you are following me, because when we get all of that up, I want to share it with you and I will show you guys what we're doing. But in the meantime, we did start reading this, Blinky Bill. I was super excited about this read aloud. However, I did not anticipate it to take me as long as it is. We're about halfway through. We're on page 158. And there's like 350 pages in here. So the kids are enjoying it. It's basically about a koala bear, and his name is Blinky Bill. And he is just a naughty little bear who gets into trouble. And so he has to solve his problems. And the kids are enjoying it. It's kind of cute. And I knew that it was going to take us a lot longer, see? So we're actually at the end of Australia already and we're still reading it. But that's okay. Okay, so Antarctica's next. I had planned the read aloud for that to be Mr. Popper's Penguins. I really wasn't sure what else we were going to do with that continent, but it looks like Blinky Bill is going to go into that. So Mr. Popper's Penguins may have to wait, which I think I'm okay with, because in all honesty, I kind of felt strange the whole time. I know this is so stupid. I felt strange reading about penguins in the summer. Well, May, but here in Texas, it's practically summer by May. So I think I would feel much better doing that one like around Christmas or January or something like that. I don't know. So we're going to put Mr. Popper's Penguins to the side. We're going to finish Blinky Bill, and then we're going to basically take a break for summer. I had anticipated for our school year to go all the way up to June. That was what I had planned. We take approximately every Friday off. We take every 7th week off. We started in July so that we could take off about 5 or 6 weeks in the winter time, when part of December and part of January. So the way our schedule was, I was expecting us to go all the way through May, and that didn't really happen. So we got everything done faster than I expected. We did cut out one country out of the whole curriculum, so that sped us up a couple weeks. But overall, I'm super excited. We are coming up to the last 2 weeks, guys, of this school year. And then I cannot believe it, because next school year, I will officially have 4 in school age level. So that's when my little guy will be starting kindergarten. I have 2 underneath that, so they'll be coming up in the next few years. But I am so excited about that. Anyways, that's basically it, guys. I do have a brand new curriculum that is coming out soon for preschool. If you are interested in that, keep an eye out. It's about Eric Carle and his books. So that is a full preschool curriculum. You could even use it for kindergarten. It would be perfect. And so keep an eye out for that, guys. It's coming up soon, and there will be a whole video and information about that. In the meantime, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.